Right. Are we ready, everybody?
Dogs?
Dogs, cats, humans? Oh!
The
dear.
point we have just made that we spent too much time together has been proven.
Yes. So, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Confetti Conversations. Well, that was very corporate.
Confetti conversation.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be as corporate as that. We are approaching 10 episodes.
No.
Very soon we'll be on episode number 10.
Wow, double digits.
I know. So that's exciting.
Mhm.
Very exciting. So yeah, we're storming away, really, aren't we?
Yep. Powering
through, but having a good time doing it sometimes. If you being sisters and doing things together sometimes has its challenges.
We do a lot together.
We do a lot together, but in general, we get on really well.
Mhm.
Sometimes not so much, but anyway,
We're friends again now.
we're friends again. Roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning, and married life.
So, if you have watched the previous episode, you'll see that we are wearing the same outfits because we forgot to record the ending of the last episode.
No, we thought we were recording it.
Yeah, well, I didn't press record, basically. So that's frustrating. But never mind, we've just done it. So now we're all caught up and back to normal.
Yep.
And now we are on to wedding themes.
Yes.
So we've done colour palette, which lends really nicely into wedding themes.
Yes.
Now, I don't really think that every wedding needs a theme necessarily.
No.
Like, I wouldn't say that my wedding had a theme. I would have said it had like a vibe. Ethereal, yeah.
I didn't know what that word meant until you did the wedding.
Yeah, but definitely I had a feeling that I wanted to create, not necessarily a theme. I can't do I can't do F's and TH's together. I find it really difficult.
Find a theme.
I had to really think about that. Anyway, I wanted to create a feeling. I didn't want to necessarily have a theme, or I don't think I really thought about having a theme.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they think themes are like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, Formula 1.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't think it's as black and white as...
Yeah, but if I think theme of a wedding, like, that's what I think. But actually, from what you've said from your research, that's not actually the case.
No, a theme is a feeling, I think, for a lot of things. A theme is a feeling. This is going to be really hard for me. Anyway, I think that it's your colour palette, your textures, your...
Yeah.
Like, essentially what your mood board would look like would be your
furnishings.
Yeah, that would be your theme, if you like. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fixed theme where you have, like you said, Harry Potter, Taylor Swift, anything like that. It doesn't have to be that, I don't think. And obviously you can do that, and that's more like of something that's heavily themed.
Right.
We have no experience in like a heavily themed wedding.
No.
So I wouldn't, I don't have the expertise, I guess, to talk about it necessarily. But I think when you're going for like a sort of more rounded theme, in the sense that it's like, I want people to dress in this way, and I would like it in the sense that you would do like Halloween, for example.
Yeah.
If you have a Halloween theme and you wanted everybody to dress up, then I think that the whole wedding becomes like quite heavily themed. And then that's something in itself.
Yeah.
Whereas I think when you go with like the themes that we're talking about, it's a lot more of a suggestion of something.
Subtle hints.
Yeah. So you can see where the inspirations come from.
Yeah, but it's not the be all end all.
Yeah. Cool. And I think we both have that.
Yeah.
I think, like you've been saying, you want to create the feeling of a party.
Yeah.
And I think in the way that you're creating some of your decor, obviously I'm not spilling any secrets because we'll tell you after the wedding, but in the way that you're creating some of your decor and some of the ideas you have, I think that sort of feeling and theming of a party
will happen.
Yeah. And having the sort of the Taylor Swift references, like bringing the music into it, which you both love.
The what?
The music. Why do I always emphasize the U on music?
You say moo like a cow.
Music. I don't mean to, but there we go. But yeah, I think you're creating like a party, fun feeling.
Yes.
And mine was a relaxed, whimsical, sort of country wedding. Yours is country wedding, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of overlap between the two. Just different essences.
Yeah, absolutely. I think themes can just add a little something.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that by having a theme, everything is cohesive. It's a good word. Everything is cohesive and works together, and it's like a journey. And like what you were saying about venues, how that your wedding is a journey. You know, you're going through different rooms.
Yeah.
Your theming will make that feel really seamless and really, sort of magical.
Yeah.
Because you'll have everything will sort of be like centered around a theme and a color palette.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really lovely thing. To do. And I think even like my wedding was all just in one room.
Yeah.
But every area had similar,
bits.
Yeah. Like I used different materials. Like I used a lot of wood. A lot of everything was gold.
Yeah.
Lots of woven baskets.
Yeah.
Obviously my colour palette.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of tying everything together with the theming of like the rustic feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Is how you make it all look cohesive and not really jarring when you've got like, well, that's like wood and that's glass and that's mirror. Like you can sort of bring everything together nicely. If you want all those elements, you just need a little bit of everything everywhere.
Blows my mind, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think everybody has an understanding of that.
Yeah. Some definitely better than others.
Well, I mean, maybe that's our opinion.
No, I'm saying of myself.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You're definitely better than I am.
Well, but then I love interior. It's all like you said last week. It's all interior stuff.
Yeah, it all links, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah,
it really does.
I can put a few glasses out. That'll help.
I think you're giving yourself not enough credit for the theming that you've already done.
Well, that's a confidence boost because it is a bit like overwhelming. I think
100%.
Trying to put it together so you get that feeling like we got at yours.
Yeah.
Of everything like goes.
Yeah.
And every little detail. And I think you don't have to do all these little details. You really don't. A lot of venues don't need that.
No, not at all.
So yours is very much a blank canvas. Mine really doesn't need a lot.
No, it doesn't.
But I want to add my decor.
Yeah, and you want it to be like, this is my wedding.
Yeah.
And like, when the photos come up, everyone's instantly like, oh yeah, that's Hayley and Alice's wedding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because yes, you absolutely, your venue is stunning and you don't need to put a single item in that venue.
There's certain areas where I won't do much at all, if
you don't need
anything.
To. Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah.
But what's nice about having like theming and a distinct colour palette is that you are creating something that is unique to you.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, you get inspiration from other people, but nothing is ever exactly the same.
No.
Unless you specifically make something that is exactly the same.
Or just steal it from you.
Yeah, but your colour scheme is different to mine, and there's parts of yours that are going to be different from mine. There's parts that might be similar, but they'll look different. Even, if you're to use items that I used in my wedding,
which I am.
Yeah, but they'll look different because A, the setting is different.
Yeah.
B, your styling will be different.
And some of them are the more generic things, like how else do you do that part of styling without using what you use?
Yeah.
Because there's no other option.
No, absolutely. And I've already paid for it, so you might as well go for it.
Or just sell it first.
You're not selling my stuff.
I would say, see if you notice, but I'm more likely to be the other way around. I wouldn't notice if you sold something of mine.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, majority of the wedding stuff that's left from my wedding is now my house decor, so I definitely notice if you sold something.
Yeah, good point.
So,
good point.
I mean, you can try, but you might not get there.
But the key.
Well, yeah, I know, but you're not going to steal stuff, are you?
Anyway, let's get back to theming.
We're just getting a bit distracted today. I think we've had a lot.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week, yeah. Yeah, so I think let's talk about a couple of different themes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think that some of these fall into themes, some of these fall into I can't say it. Some of these fall into
I should have done this research.
Yeah, you should have done. Some of these fall into feeling.
Okay.
So I'll start with the ones that I think are more a feeling.
Okay.
Yes, they are. Yes, you can technically say that it's a theme because yes, it is like for example, a rustic themed wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's not, to me, a theme is something that's more heavily like
specific.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Okay.
But this research and stuff has all come from Hitched. They've got great, research and stuff that they talk about, advice, all that kind of stuff, and things lead really nicely. So you can sort of, for example, go on there and look at the theming and be like, oh, this is my kind of theme, and they'll help you with your venue.
Yeah, okay.
So that it is brilliant, that sort of stuff. So definitely check Hitched out. But they're saying that your wedding is the perfect time to express yourself and express
yourself
and your style, and it's a good way to celebrate the things that you love.
Okay.
So you can think about that. If there's something you particularly love and you really want to incorporate it, for example, Sam loves Harry Potter, so I didn't want to have like a really, big Harry Potter moment, but I did want to honour it. So the confetti was made out of Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
So it's not like I themed my whole thing around Harry Potter, but I had a nod to it.
Yeah.
So going along with the feelings, we have a rustic themed wedding, like we just said. So this is things like string lights, oak beams, mason jars, bales of hay, that kind of stuff. A lot of the time, a rustic wedding goes well with a barn. So I think we both have rustic sort of themed weddings.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think that was more what we're sort of leading to.
Yeah.
Like candles, roses, slices of log, gypsophila, like a lot of that is stuff that we've used. Naked wedding cake. I had a naked wedding cake.
Yeah.
And sort of brown hues of and tweed is sort of what you'd look for men's suits.
Okay.
So I think rustic wedding venues would rustic wedding theme would look more to your sort of muted earthy tones.
Yeah, okay.
So you'd go, that's sort of your rustic. So I think you have an element of rustic in your wedding, but it's not necessarily a rustic themed wedding.
Okay.
Next one would be a modern wedding theme.
Okay.
So this is like geometric shapes, rose gold detail, and monochrome. I love
a monochrome.
Yeah, me too. I would.
If I was going to do monochrome, I would specify that the guests had to be in black.
Black, yeah. I think that would look so good.
That's Hans. I'm the only one in white.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Absolutely. And you can, for this one, sort of an unusual wedding venue, something that's sort of more modern, maybe more stylized.
Or like a really nice hotel.
Yeah, like a modern hotel would work really well for sort of your modern theming, with like sleek seating, unusual lighting, and quirky glassware.
Yeah. Yes. See, I've seen loads of things whilst looking for how to do things, and by changing the glassware from the boring bog standard glasses, changes how it looks completely.
And something I've seen is just changing the knives and forks from silver to gold.
Oh, it looks so good.
The difference that makes, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, well, we've got our catering. I think it's the catering company that provide that.
Yeah, as did, I believe.
So we've got that on in a few days.
Yeah.
So I want to see how much it would be
I'll definitely ask the question because the difference it makes to the
I know
look.
just like having different coloured linen
is
so expensive, but I actually don't need that because of how I styled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think
that would be amazing.
Yeah, they look so. It's like like nicer glasses, like nicer glassware, just elevates it.
But that adds to the theme.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
100%. But then it adds to your costs.
Oh yeah, but doesn't everything?
True.
Doesn't everything? So a bohemian wedding theme, which is like relaxed, cool, carefree, lots of vibrant colours, outdoor spaces, and sort of an Eastern influence.
Eastern, okay.
Yeah, so a sort of woodland venue would work really well for that. So a very outdoorsy type.
Teepee.
Yeah, teepee. And you could like fill the floors with like printed rugs and patterned cushions and sort of serve a grazing board, and everybody sort of sit on the floor, and lots of colourful flowers. So that is some, I mean, bohemian you can sort of add in to anything. That's quite a heavily sort of weighted bohemian theme.
Sounds a bit like it goes into, I think what you're going to bring up in a bit is like festival.
Yeah. But this, you can take elements of that and work it into sort of, you can have the bright colours, but you don't necessarily need everybody eating on the floor, and you can have the grazing table, but you don't need to put rugs up everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? You can make it as much or as little as you want to, really. But that's sort of a good sort of area, I guess. But would you mind just moving your tail a little bit?
It's not about you.
So then the last one on this sort of what I would call gentle theming would be country garden themed, which I think again me and you have hit on a bit.
There's a few overlapping points. I would say like country garden might be a crossover of bohemian and rustic.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it's outdoor and relaxed and intimate. Flowers are at the heart of this sort of thing. You'd have a ceremony outside followed by a reception in a teepee. So very close to nature. And I feel like, you're in an orangery which has got have we said that? Is that okay?
I don't mind.
Okay.
Now everyone knows it's in an orangery.
I just didn't know if you'd said it yet.
No, I don't think so.
But basically what I'm saying is that both of our wedding venues were very open on the sides.
Yeah, a lot of light.
Yeah, so very light, very airy, and looking out to nature, which I think sort of works within that country garden theme.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it sort of makes it a bit of a, I don't know, like opening the space out, basically, is what I mean. So those are the ones that I would say are more of a feeling. Obviously, there's loads of different theming that you can do.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that I would say are more of like a feeling as opposed to like a theme. Okay. So the next ones are the proper themes. So the more sort of heavily themed ones would be like your festival theme.
Yeah. And
I loved the idea of doing a festival themed wedding. Like, I think it would have been so cool with like one big teepee and then almost different little stages. So you had like a couple of different bands. I think it would have worked out quite expensive.
Oh yeah.
But it's very bright and colourful, outdoors.
Yeah.
And this, you can turn it into a whole weekend.
Yeah.
So you could literally have like a Friday night almost concert.
Yeah.
And then, have a little band for the Friday night. Yeah. And then the Saturday is the wedding. And then the Sunday is like you sort of clear up, relax,
having like
have a big
together.
brunch in the teepee. Yeah. Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Lots of live music, outdoor games, street food.
Yeah.
And then you can sort of, with this, you can like set the tone with you save the dates, like as early as you save the dates, and giving guests like wristbands, like as if they're going into an actual festival with like either with a marquee or I think a teepee would work really well for a festival theme.
I love a teepee.
And like cider and beer and pims.
Yeah.
And then get everyone just to glamp at the end or camp.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Tell everyone to pitch a tent and like make it like a little mini Glastonbury.
That would be so fun.
So I think that is a really cool wedding theme. Like, and that's properly themed. That. And I think if you both love music and you love festivals, like why not create your own?
Everyone in their wellies.
Yeah, like how much fun would that be?
That would be so good.
So that is a good one. Tropical wedding theme.
Okay.
Now this is, I don't think it's like, you know, full on tropical.
Like pineapples everywhere.
Yeah, no.
I don't think
you're going to be in your bikini on the beach, but a botanical venue works really well for a tropical theme. So like an orangery, or like a botanical gardens, something like that would work really well for your sort of tropical theme.
Okay.
Like palm leaves, lots and lots of pink fruity cocktails. And you can decorate with like tropical garlands. So I mean, you could have pineapples everywhere if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But like sort of that nod to the bright colours and the really sort of like tropical plants, really.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be cool. It doesn't have to be. You could go with all of these.
In my head, I just picture everyone in like ugly Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that if that's what you really wanted.
No, like I think I need to look at this one because I can't picture it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all of these you can go as heavy or as light with them as you want. Like you can take tropical theme to the extreme.
Yeah.
Or you can just have the sort of hints of that sort of tropical nature into it.
Yeah, I love it.
So similar with this is nautical theme. So if you and your partner love the sea.
I just think of Popeye now.
No, I know. But I think
I think nautical is. I get that one.
I think a lot of people do nautical because I think it's
the sand, sea, blues.
Yeah. And if you sort of get married near a beach, you don't have to. You can do it. You know, you can have a nautical theme wherever if you both love the ocean. But a summer wedding by the coast as a nautical theme with blues and whites, stripes, shells, anchors, ropes, and then you could have your centerpieces as jars filled with pebbles, sticks of rock for favours.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I love that. And then little mini beach huts as your table numbers. So like a nod to the seaside, but you know, you can go as heavy or as light as you like.
I love that.
But yeah, that's a really cute one.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Fairy tale wedding theme. Now this is kind of a theme and a feeling, but I feel like because it's quite elaborate, it sits more in the proper themes.
Okay.
So this is like your stately home, black tie dress code, 3-course meal, champagne tower, ornate floral arrangements, and a really grand top table and a cake with as many tiers as you can fit into it.
Yeah, I love that.
So that's like your really sort of
like princess.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you said fairy tale, I was thinking like
fairies.
Yeah, and like Midsummer Night. Dream.
Yeah,
that one.
No, I thought that when I first read it, but actually it's your
like Cinderella.
Princess. Yeah. That's like your proper princess wedding.
Yeah.
With all the really ornate things.
Yeah.
So that
really rich meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So winter wedding theme. So you could have your Christmas trees, candles, a log fire.
So the Christmas tree up.
I know. Metallic.
Put the Christmas move where we film so we can have the Christmas tree in it.
Oh, that would be cute. We'll have to think about that.
Sorry, distraction.
She gets excited by Christmas. Metallics, candelabras, a white wedding cake, sort of a deep, dramatic colour palette.
Yeah.
Berry shades and green foliage.
Love it.
And hearty food, like a roast dinner or something like that. Beef Wellington, something really rich and sort of hearty and proper winter comfort food.
Baileys for the toast.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Chocolate oranges, some sort of chocolate orange favour or something, you know?
Yeah. Tea, coffee and hot chocolate.
Yeah. You know, just
hot chocolate station.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. And you could put like Baileys and stuff in it.
Oh yeah.
We're not having a Christmas themed wedding. You're too far away from Christmas for that.
I know, yeah. Elle does love a hot chocolate.
You could have a hot chocolate station. Marshmallows to toast. I nearly did do marshmallows, but it was raining, so it didn't matter. They didn't like the things anyway. The burners.
Fire pit things.
So travel wedding theme.
Yeah, love it.
tables named after countries or places, a guest book as a globe.
Nice.
Sort of pretend passports as your wedding invite.
Oh yeah, cute. I think we had that for Kayla and Josh.
And that works. Your travel theme works really well for an abroad wedding, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because you've got a bit of everything.
Yeah,
like
suitcases for your flip flops to go in, and like glow sticks.
Yeah,
like the old like Paddington ones.
Yeah, absolutely, love it. I love that one. So then you've got like your vintage themed weddings. So Art Deco.
Yeah.
So you'd have like your fringing, can't say that. Fringing, feathers, beading, like a flapper silhouette kind of dress.
Tell all the women to wear like 20s.
Yeah, and like a gold and black colour scheme.
Yeah, I love it.
So an Art Deco. I'm quite Art Deco. I love that sort of era, and I think that would have been an option for me.
Yeah, if you were having a more winter wedding.
Yeah, definitely. 1950s.
Yeah.
Bunting, vintage crockery, shabby chic suitcases.
Teacups.
Yeah, vintage bicycle and milk churn. So I actually went to a 1950s themed
a proper
wedding.
Themed one, yeah.
And I didn't think that everyone was going to dress up. I thought everybody was just going to like wear something normal and then just like maybe, I don't know, have a fascinator or
the little hats.
Yeah, and I didn't really think about it. And then I was going with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, and they were like, no, everybody's got like a costume. Like it's a costume, not like a nod to the 50s. And I was like, oh, okay.
Bit of a panic buy, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I loved it. My outfit was lovely, and I really enjoyed it. But I just didn't expect that everybody would dress up. I just thought it's a wedding. People don't dress up for a wedding. But actually, it was so lovely to be themed.
Cool. It was cool.
1950s is definitely a cool theme.
Yeah, definitely.
So 1960s, this is like your retro prints, oranges and yellows. You could have old vinyl discs as like table centers and stuff like that. And a tea-length wedding dress, just below your knees. So you could do any era that you wanted to do. Really, you could do any of them, but those sort of I guess the most popular ones, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
So a music themed wedding, I feel like you could have done this easily.
Absolutely.
So using words from your favourite song on signage and readings, like motifs, so like tables named after albums, and then hire your favourite wedding band to make it all about the wedding, and you could even go as far as having
a tribute.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I might have to change my wedding band.
But like you quite literally with Taylor Swift, for example, hire a Taylor Swift
impersonator.
Yeah, have like the themes, the eras, different tables of different eras. Like, there's so much that you could do with it, and have all of the like
friendship bracelets as
favors. Yeah, signage would all be different quotes from Taylor Swift. Like that, you could really go as heavy or as light as you want to.
Because I've talked about that.
Yeah,
and it will be happening.
But the signage,
a lot of people, if they don't know Taylor Swift songs necessarily, won't know.
No,
they'll just think it's a cute quote.
Yeah,
and that's what I love.
Yeah.
So for like the Swifties, they'll get it.
Yeah.
And you, because I ram it down your throat.
Yeah.
But for other people, they might not know.
No.
So I love that.
Yeah, no,
now
absolutely.
They all know. They're all going to be like, is that Taylor Swift? I'm
yeah.
like, no, it says exit.
No, I agree. But we had two little signs that had a quote from our first dance and a quote from another song that we love, which is the one that we walked back down the aisle to.
Yeah.
And we also had a little mirror that said, I bet that you look good on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So like we, had a nod to a bit of music in there,
for sure.
and just the things that were sentimental to us. But like I said, you could go as hard as you like with it. Like you can literally go full theming.
Yeah.
Or you can go, and I got really
full theming.
I know. This is just awful. My pronunciation is horrendous this time, but there we go. Or you can just have sort of light sprinkles of it throughout.
Things like music, but then on like Disney. So like you don't have to have everyone in Mickey Mouse ears and a little child dressed up as Mickey Mouse. But you can have like little quotes. You can have hidden Mickeys. You can have the music. Like there's so many ways you can do it.
Like your signage can be in that font or your invitations can be in the font. You can sort of have nods to the characters. Each table can be named after a different character.
If anyone does a Disney film wedding, I want to be sat on Donald's table.
Yeah, fair. But I think, like we've said, you can go as hard or as soft as you want with it, really. It just depends on what suits you.
Yeah, for sure.
The last one I have is an animal-themed wedding, which is like creative and fun, and they've not been overdone, apparently. So you can name your tables after animals, have like subtle hints to animal print fabric, little animals on your tables.
Cute. I love the like the statues of little dogs and stuff on the cake.
Yeah,
the ones that they eat in the cake.
Yeah, they're really cute. Those. They're really cute. You can have like live pets at the ceremony. Either, you know, you can have your own pets, or you can like hire alpacas and stuff to have at your.
Why have you said that?
I know.
You know he's going to want an alpaca.
I know, but it would be so cute if you had an alpaca at your wedding. But you can do it sort of two ways, really. If you have more of a farm theme, you can go sort of down the alpacas, like little Highland cows everywhere, you know, that kind of thing, and have it at a farm venue. Like, imagine having a wedding at a petting zoo. That would be so cool.
That would be so cute. Baby goats everywhere.
I know. Or you can go the other way and do like a safari theme, and you can have, like, you know, at our local safari park, you can get married there. So you have the option, you know, you can sort of use the venue as like what informs your theming.
That's so
and if
cool.
you know, you love animals, so that's why you chose the safari park, for example. You then have that theming that goes with it.
Love that.
Yeah. So it's so cool. But there's so many different themes that you can do, I think. Like, you know, as we've touched on, Disney, Halloween, Christmas,
disco.
There's so many different ones that you can do. And I think if you decide that you want a theme, then I think the next logical step is deciding how much of that theme you want, whether you want it to be sort of very heavily themed or not so much, where your colour scheme fits in with that theme. And I think marrying your theme and your colour scheme is the most important thing to make your wedding look cohesive.
Oh, love it.
And that to me would be the most important thing.
Yeah, I love it.
So I think last little bit is there's just a couple of do's and don'ts for theming. So do choose a theme that suits your venue. Do check in with your partner, make sure you're both happy. Do look at the wedding as a whole and how it's all going to work. Don't go overboard, and don't forget your theme. So if you come in with a theme, and then as time goes on with your planning, you start to sort of trail off a little bit off your theme, keep sort of referring yourself back so that everything is linear and everything works. Cohesive. I think that's the most important thing, though, isn't it? Unless you want it to feel...
Most important thing. I think we should start a drinking game of your phrases.
I know, I do say the same thing all the time. I say a lot as well. Yeah, I do. I notice when I've been editing.
Most important thing, cohesive. Oh, there's one more. Non-negotiable.
Yeah, I do say a lot.
I'm thinking I'll have to start quoting them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so long as your theme and your colour scheme work together within your venue, I think it will look lovely.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Exciting.
And then that's when you can add decorations in.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to start thinking theming. Well, I already kind of have, but I'm going to home in on it.
Yeah, I think your theming is, you've definitely got an overarching theming. It's just that there's bits you want to add in, and that's just how you incorporate those little bits.
And how we make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably it for themes.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything that you desperately want to say.
No, I think I've learnt a lot.
I think theming, like we've said a million times, you can go one way or the other, or you can be in the middle. It just is how it works for the pair of you.
Yeah, I love it.
And if you both love a certain theme, but you're not sure, go with your gut.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And if you want to incorporate little bits of a theme, not a whole theme, do that too. Like, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
But just making sure that there is sort of a cohesive feeling between your colour palette and your theming.
Yeah.
And it goes well with your venue.
Love it.
So yeah.
Phil's hot take.
My hot take. Might not be that hot, but there we go.
No.
Anyway, please do send us your confetti confessions.
Yep.
We would love to hear them.
And we'll remember to record them this time.
And we'll remember to record them, we promise. Also, please sort of like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, all of the above.
Bully all your friends and family to listen.
Yeah. Please just, get everybody involved, because we really are loving doing it.
Yeah.
Even if we do argue occasionally. It's not about the podcast. But we just, we want to just speak to as many people as we can, really, and just grow a bit of a community with wedding planning.
Yep.
And like we said, we're loving doing it. And either way, we're having a nice chat.
Exactly. It gets me motivated.
Yeah, and we're just talking about the bits and bobs that you're up to.
Yeah.
So we're approaching Christmas, and we're approaching our 10th episode.
Yes.
And we don't necessarily have to do anything big for our 10th episode, but I feel like I want to.
Okay, what's your thinking?
I'll keep that to myself.
We'll maybe share it with me.
Oh, I'll share it with you, because that would be weird if I didn't. But and then we'll do a couple of sort of Christmassy podcasts, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's the wedding year.
It's going to be time.
So that is going to be very exciting. The first episode in January.
Of I getting married this year.
You're getting married.
Next year, currently.
Yeah. 2025.
2025 bride. Let's go.
Absolutely. So I think
we did it.
We're done. For now, I'm Philippa.
And I'm Hayley.
And this was Confetti Conversations. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.